Hello, collective. Welcome back to the Power of Three. If you're joining me because this is the part two and you saw part one, we are looking into specifically now where Summer Wells is. Okay, whether we get it or not, I don't know. And again, it's all alleged, right, for entertainment purposes. But if you watch the first video, then you already have a baseline. If you already knew about the case, you have an even better version of it. And you saw what came out in part one, which I didn't put part one. It's just, titled regularly. Um, but this will say part two. So I don't know, without further ado, I don't want this one to be quite as long as the other one was. So I'm just going to get started. Okay, well, maybe we will. Ask and you shall receive that your joy may be full. Um, we're using the blessed be for the overall energy this time to look into actually where Summer is, whether she's still with us or not, but where she is, right? Where she actually went, what happened to her as my ear takes off there. Okay, ask and you shall receive that your joy may be full. And it's funny because again, if you're familiar with the case, they were insistent that she wanted a piece of candy or something, and then she wanted to go in the house and I don't know, play with her brothers or whatever, and then that was it. I guess from there, that was last time she was seen. So I feel that's what. Let's see what came. Oh boy! All right. Well, these readings are being very, very descriptive right off the bat, so I don't know why I sit and worry about whether we're going to get an answer or not. A blessing of the waters. And again, remember in the first video about Summer, the last thing that they did with her was take her swimming. And I said it came out allegedly that it was part of the well again you need to watch the first video, but there was an effort. It was all orchestrated so that, so like I say, everybody on the outside of things would not know whether their ass was bored or punch because it's like, it seemed like a normal fun day and a normal, whatever family that, did this and that and the other thing. All well and good. Supporting energy is coming from the sacred destiny. For Summer Wells, please. It's January 2026, and we're looking into where she actually is, allegedly. Again, these readings are all alleged for entertainment, but for our sanity of, you know, okay, opportunity. Whether it was the day, the plans, however, if this is what this is leaning to, it's like it was done on purpose that day, all the activities to make it seem like she was a happy, fulfilled, looked after, cared about child. But again, with the moon there in the background, that was an illusion. So again, if you watch the first one, you know that we used the biblical tarot to get an extra boost on this overall energy uh, for intention, as we know that how many crimes have been committed in the name of, even in the Bible. Let's see. In the first one, it was money. So let's see what comes out. Let's support this for motivation. See, things were unbalanced and unfair, but in a financial way. It's still about money. Six of Pentacles, calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others." And see how she looks, meek and a little hard done by. But again, we're not talking about evaluating the Bible. We're evaluating how this was motivated. It was motivated by things being unbalanced financially in somebody's mind. It was an opportunity to make some money. And remember, again, watch the video with the for sale sign behind her in a photo. But it's the the mother of Summer that is giving all the information. It's the mother of Summer that is setting up the events of the day. And it was her that was also with her when she disappeared. She was just, in her words, she was just gone. Those are her words exactly quoted. So that's not alleged because, again, if you're familiar with the case, you would know that she said that she was just gone. Okay, we're using the Stranger Things tarot for the main spread. Move this deck over here to see where Summer is. Summer Wells, January 2026. For entertainment and allegedly only, but for our sanity, where is Summer Wells? What actually happened to her? Where is she? Or unfortunately, her remains. We don't know at this point. Again, it's alleged, but this is what we're looking into. Where is she? Two of Swords. It's like a decision was made up to a certain point and then taken over by somebody else. That's what I'm getting from that. See how this person's looking, but see this one in the background? Eventually, it's not going to be up to this one. It's going to be up to this one. Where is she? I think that's letting us know that she ended up in the hands of others. Ace of Swords. There's an ace of dice in this deck, but what is that? It's the truth. That's what it is. And it's funny that it's a dice because a dice like that would is not like a square one. It's gonna move very easily on its own, manipulated very easily. The truth has been manipulated. One more, please, for where Summer is, because we want to know, is she, you know, with another family and still okay or not? Seven of Wands. Now that's a defensive mode. These people are defending or guarding. But I feel like maybe she's with other people way in another country somewhere. Hmm. Page of Pentacles at the bottom. And, that kind of gives me at least some relief that some god awful worse than that thing would have happened to her. Um, let's get the who and where deck here and see what comes out under these for Summer Wells. Crap. Hold on, guys. I can't look at that. I didn't see that. I don't know when that happened, but give me a second because I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it or I'll go crazy and I'm already there. Yeah, don't you guys start. Okay, that's better. Damn thing. Wait. There. Much better. Okay, that was fun. Not? Two of Swords. The decision made partially by somebody and then taken over by somebody else, so to speak. Let's see just what comes out with that. There's so many there. Okay, here it is. Here it is. The sky. See? Infinite universe cloud formations. She is not in this country anymore. She is, I believe, see? And it's almost like, what's he studying? Like, where the best place to go that people wouldn't connect the dots. Somewhere far away that you have to fly to. Ace of Swords. I see it. Museum. Artifacts and exhibits, interactive displays, museum collections. Um, Again, I feel like it's a country very far away from America, and somewhere where life is very different. And, she may be in a very crowded environment where, she's not the only one that was obtained. Okay. Um, Seven of Wands. That was quick. Two came out. Train and influencer. Subway, railway, trans, trendsetter, content creator, follower, online influencer. Mm. Um, yeah, I feel like she's very, very, very far away. And the influencer, well, again, I feel it's brought back to the overall baseline story that everybody was given about how this happened. It's gone through so many, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it was very well planned out, put it that way. And influencers, I guess like myself, trying to look into what actually happened because it just goes on too much. And again, this is one of those cases where the child went missing out of her home. She was just gone. But maybe having to take, you know, oh, they're saying there was a movie with John Candy, if you're familiar with him, Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. Only it's in reverse, okay? It's in reverse. It was automobile, then a plane, then a train, wherever she is. Let's see what's at the bottom. Mountain, nature's grandeur, elevation, and perspective. She is very, very, very far away. All right, let's get some let's clarify with the true crime oracle cards. Let's see what's after this. All right, let's clarify this sky under the Two of Swords. Okay, no, one at the top, they're saying one at the top first. Okay, here we go. Male. And you see how he's in the shadows? So this is who she was transferred to, a male. The sky under the Two of Swords. Mm, it is. Regret. Now, yeah, this is, see, once somebody signed on the dotted line, so to speak, it was a done deal. Like there was no turning back. There was no reversing it. There was no, you know what I'm saying? And I think after everything, um, obviously, it's more like you see how he's sucking his head down there, but they don't think this is a male per se. I think this is the mother, whoever made this decision. Museum. Two came out and one came out on the last one, landed right on it. Don't know what it is, but the other two flipped. We have, oh no. So she is still alive, but she's hidden and a prisoner. That's a little more even significant to the museum. See what I'm saying? She's not free. She's alive, but not free. She's a prisoner. She's like an artifact. She's like a piece in a museum. But just because she can't go anywhere, just like they can't because they're not alive, but she is. But you see it, abuse. She's hidden and confined. See, jeepers creepers. Okay, over here. Oh, it's two again. So this is for the influencer and train under the Seven of Wands. We have the aliens, which came out in the first one, and accident. And these stood for her brothers in the first reading. Um, Again, I'm picking up on this storyline that was played out with the take on swimming, and we had a great day, and she was so tired, and blah, 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 blah. But it was all just to confuse people because then she was just mysteriously from their house, gone, just like an alien. It is. It was made out just like an alien took her up. You know what I mean? Because she went in the house. And then when I went in the house, 10, like it was 10 minutes or something like that, she was gone. Bottom of the deck. See? Social media. Um, let's get some clarity with the gypsies. And I do have a closer for this one. Didn't close the first one out, but we are closing this one out. Let's get one on the mail here on the top. Some clarity on that. Some advice on, well, not advice, clarity, I guess. Really advice, but not in this reading. Wedding. It's like she was possibly sold off as a child bride. Like I said, she is nowhere near where she came from and hidden to boot. With regret. Budgies, be good. Stop it. See, this is here death, but we see coming out in this reading that she's not, but she probably would rather be, you know what I mean? But the regret here is under the sky and the Two of Swords. This is, see, the mother has no clue. Whoever made the decision, because it's allegedly, but whoever made this decision within the walls of that home has a huge regret now because they don't know. That's the thing. That's what the Two of Swords, the decision's taken over. You don't get to know. You get your money, that's it. You don't get to know what happens from there. Abuse, and hidden, please. See? Despair. First got a gun to their head. It might only be little kids. Kids ain't stupid, right? They're innocent. Yes, Bertie, stop. I hear you. Yes, stop. I'm almost done, okay? Be good. Sugar. Accident with aliens, please. This fellow, joyfulness. Well, I guess the decision that was made was, somewhere. I know we didn't see it, but uh, there was joy had somewhere for somebody. Transaction. Thought at the bottom. Deep thought. Budgies. We are closing out with the Archangel Raphael healing oracle. Just because, we pretty much got our answer, and I don't just really want to leave this flailing energy open. Um, and again, everything that has come out is alleged. So, but for our peace of mind, we've got a little grip on where she ended up. It's not like I feel great about it, but and I'm sure you don't either. And there goes my ear ringing again. Let's see what comes out to close this energy out on Summer Wells, January 2026. What do we get? Home, help. Wow. Let's see what it says. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you, the angels and others in matters regarding my family and home. See, it was not a good home environment for her. I think the only one that really gave a crap about her was her father. Glad I pulled that. Guys, I hope you will support me doing these readings by hitting the like button. Hitting the like button is very important. Especially when I see that people viewed it and didn't hit the like button. It makes me think you watched it and didn't like it. I know probably some of you, most of you, are just not mindful of it, but please, just if you're here and you find yourself here, look at it as financial support. It isn't, but just look at it like you're supporting the channel just by reaching out and hitting the like button after you're done watching the video and you enjoyed the content that you got. And I hope that it gave you some clarity if you are familiar with this and you were looking for that, what actually happened. You know, we have some alleged answers here now, and again for entertainment. So I hope you guys are well and take care of yourself until I see you again for the next one. Bye for now.